All right, you guys have asked and wanted to do a couple of drawings on the sport-related theme. So as I'm thinking about it, March Madness is soon to be about us. We're getting ready, so hopefully some of you get excited about college basketball and playing college basketball. So we're going to start by creating a new document here, and we are going to name this basketball court. Again, using the file naming convention, this will be your first initial followed by your last name, basketball court hyphen first and last. We are going to create this. Now, in this case, when we start to do our sketch, we're going to sketch in the top viewing plane instead. So I'm going to come to sketch. I'm going to move my cursor over to the top viewing plane gets highlighted. Left click on that to select it. We can see that it's there. And then I'm going to come right up here to the view cube and left click on the view cube to bring that to the view normal as I look at it. Now, I have attached and put the actual dimensions and the what we're going to make this drawing to in Canvas, so you can kind of see it over here. I know it's on the screen. You probably can't make out what the actual dimensions are on this, but you can go ahead and in Canvas, I have given you those dimensions and a copy of this print, so you can kind of see it and go from there. So as we look at this, I'm going to start right now, and I'm going to do a center point rectangle. So in the past, we've done corner rectangles. Here I'm going to do a center point rectangle, so I'm going to left click on that, and I will click here in my origin point, and at this point I'm just going to move it up and to the right and click. Now when I go to set these dimensions, because we're zoomed in here, notice my dimension there on my horizontal line is 5.021, and we're going to make this basketball court. The basketball court is actually 94 feet, so I'm going to go 94 and I'm going to place the actual foot here symbol instead. So notice OnShape doesn't like that. So with that, so let's try 94 times 12. Just typing that in and see if it likes that. So there you go. It actually does the math for us. So 94 times 12. Now, as I zoom out, so to this, notice how far out we're going. You can see right now that that is only 3.309 inches, and we've got to change that. In this case, it's going to be 50 feet times 12 inches. So, and that will be 600. So there is our actual basketball court, the outside perimeters of that. Now, in the center, so we got a couple of things here going on in the center. So let's go ahead and get the center of this. We can select a center point circle. So, and I'm going to draw this here. In this case, that's 12 feet. So as far as the actual center circle or center court, so well, we know when we place that 12 feet is 144 inches, 12 times 12. So we can go ahead and place the center court there. And at the same time, I'm going to kind of draw a line. Now notice, so let's come back here to my line drawing tool right here. And I'm going to draw a line from for the center court. Notice it automatically picks up on the midpoint of that line for me. So I'm going to go from here to there. Right click and escape the line. So let's right click and confirm sketch. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So let's hit back button, go back to your line tool. Let's come down here. We're going to do the same thing from center line to middle of court there and escape the line. Now, there's something that I want to let you know. When we go to extrude this is going to give us some problems. We're not really going to be able to see that line. So we got to think about if this were an actual court, there'd probably be some tape on the line. So I want to extrude that, and that tape is probably, I want to say, I'm not sure, we could probably look it up and find out, but that's probably actually a 3-inch wide line that's kind of going on there. So let's kind of give that some additional detail here too. So I can come right up here taking a look. I'm going to use my extrude tool. So if you sit there and think about where, or not the extrude tool, but if you think about it, we've got some different tools up here. So here's a spine, Bezier, spline control, nothing we want to use there. Construction lines here. So if we click on this one, oh, right here it is. This is the offset tool right there. So now, sometimes if you can't find it, just kind of go up here and click these arrows to see and find the tool that you want. In this case, we want the offset tool. So I'm going to offset this line. So this is the line that I want to offset. Notice the direction it's going, which is okay. So I'm going to place that here, and then we're going to say this is going to be 1.5. Okay. Now I can't really see that just yet. So because we're really big on this. So I got to zoom in, and I'm going to offset this line now, going the other way. I'll left click over here, and this is going to be 3 inches. So kind of get that in place. We got to do the same thing down below here. So let's first we'll extrude this one by 1.5, and then I'm going to come back in, zoom in. I want to now extrude this one. So notice when we click on it which way it goes. So come over here and left click, and this will be 3 inches. So there we go with that. Let's one more thing here at the same, just so we got some differences in the court, and we can kind of put some paint down on the court floor. Let's also extrude this center circle. So now, if you think about it, the dimensions on that was 12 feet. So we want to definitely make that go in here instead. So I've got to come in here, and I'm going to click in the middle. So, and in this case, this is going to be a 3-inch as well. So we're kind of laying out the floor as we go with this. All right, so done with the sketch there. So no, actually I'm not. Let's go back in. So if you mess up and exit out of the sketch, it's real easy. Just come back over here, right click, and go back into edit. So now, at this point, what I really wanted to do was I wanted to come in and I want to trim out these center lines. I used those, I needed them earlier, but I'm done with them right now. So I only needed those to kind of get that center line put in. So let's delete those out. All right, so I kind of have my center court. We're going to move some stuff up here, so I can move that just to help us kind of be able to see everything. Let's move this dimension down, this dimension over a little bit, just so we can kind of keep some things in and make sure that we're able to see everything. So notice we got the 3-inch inside there. You can see that, and that's fine. All right, so my next thing here that we want to do, if we think about it, I also kind of need some center lines here going from here over to this side. And in reality, what I should probably do, since these are not actually going to be lines, I'm going to delete this out. In this case, I probably really want to be up here using what that one construction line was right here. So, and if I think about that, what we're using here is the construction. So this is sketch new construction geometry, or convert existing sketch entities into a construction geometry. So I'm going to turn the construction on and click on my line tool here now. Now, when I draw this now, so pick up on the endpoint, and we're going to move this over. Notice it gives me a different type of line there that lets me know that that is a construction line. So I need to have that center, because I need to kind of place my rectangle on this. Now, at this point, let's go into my corner rectangle tool, and we're just going to kind of come in here like this. So, and I'm going to place this here. Now, as we take a look at this, the distance of this court as we go is, well, we're 15 feet as I'm looking at the actual positions of this. It's 15 feet, and we're looking at the act and reading this, plus the 5 feet 3 inches. So it would be 15 times 5. Oh, hang on a second. So let me place that. We'll click that. All right, so this is going to be 15 times the 5. So, or 15, I'm sorry, 15 times 12. So for the feet here. And then I've got another 5. So we can say, let's kind of put this in brackets. Let's see if OnShape will let us kind of do this. So we know that that is 15 times 12 plus the 5 times 12 plus the 3. So now make sure that you are seeing exactly what I'm looking at on the print to see what that dimension is. Let's go ahead and hit enter. And it gives us that dimension. So it liked what we had. 243 inches is what that works out to. Now, the other dimension here works out to be, let's take a look. I am not seeing the other dimension. Oh, yes, I am. There we are. That's 12 feet going that way. So that's 144 inches going this way, too. So, now, if that's 12 feet across, I need to position this. So I need to add a dimensional constraint. And as we look at this, we know that it's in the center. So since I have that center line, I can come up here and position a dimensional constraint from here to there. So, and that's going to be 6 feet. So 6 times 12 is 72. I can do that math. So there we go. So I've got that in place. And I just saw here that I need to change this dimension as well. So I put in that big long formula here as I was looking at this, but I was kind of misreading those dimensions. So if you all look at your print and look over at the court on the left-hand side, you'll see that this is 19 feet. So let's go 19 times 12. So that's actually 228 inches here, so the 19 feet instead. What I was seeing was the 5 foot 3 inches, and on the other side I was looking and seeing like some 15 feet. So there's some differences there with that. Now, as I go, let's keep the construction lines on. So I'm going to go back. Let's turn the construction line on. And I need to come back here with my center point circle. Now, at this point, I can also use the midpoint right here. So, and we know that's going to be the same. So that's 12 feet. We're going to come over. I haven't drawn it on that side, but we'll get to there. So let's go ahead and hit. In this case, I'm going to turn the construction line off, and if it lets me break these apart, or trim them out, at some point I need to kind of change this one to be a solid line, and we'll leave that one kind of as that dotted hidden line. So I'm not sure if this will let us. We'll have to kind of take a look at this, how it works. But I'm also going to be offsetting this too, because if you think about it, having these lines in here, so they're not going to show up when we try to extrude some of this. So we need to kind of have some differences in material. So that's kind of where we're going with that. Now, I'm going to pause and stop this video. So we're going to take a look. I want you to kind of review over what you have so far and make sure that you're caught up with me. So, and I'm going to have you kind of take a look and complete the rest on your own.